You know, my slogan is, why have enemies when you have friends? I'm going to say that one more time. Why have enemies when you got friends? Before we even start, shout out to Brian M. Became Brian M. Shout out to Brian M. He's a new member. Shout out to Brian M. Welcome to the Donta Show family, Brian M. So, again, why have friends and family, right? So, everybody been asking, Donta, what did you get locked up for? Why did you get locked up? We hear the stories, and well, let me tell y'all something. Donta is not rich by any means at all. But I'm gonna say a associate of mine called me and said, "Hey, I need 20 grand for a business." I'm like, "Why you calling me for?" He like, "Well, I, it's some things I want to do in life, and I just think that I can't go to a bank, so maybe I could just come to you. Do it look like I got 20 grand just laying around? Dante got a wife and he got many kids. Do you really think I got 20 grand just laying around? Right? Here's the thing. When you do something for somebody, you can get them a million. You can get them a million yeses. The moment you get them a no, they become an enemy. The moment, the moment you get somebody a no, they become your enemy. They'll dismiss every other thing that you done did for them, right? And this is why I say, why have enemies when you got friends and family? So the jig is up. Everybody was wondering, Dante, what did you go to prison for? What did you do? I'll tell you what I did not do. What I did not do is I should have been a real nigga, right? And when I say that, what I mean is I'm gonna just get straight to the point. So a guy that I looked out for on in the streets, in the penitentiary, and when we got out, looked out for this guy, right? He asked me for 20 grand to start a business. Okay. Me being a logistic person, I know that this business is going to fail. I know that you have no biz, you're not business minded at all. All right. You're trying to scam people. And come on, man. I'm not about to invest 20. Come on, man. So he decides to leak my address all over the internet. He decides to leak my personal telephone number all over the internet, right? He claimed that, oh, he was chilling with a chick and she went through his phone and she posted that. I might be stupid, but I'm not dumb. I might be stupid, but I'm not dumb. So you got cats sending me pizzas and people showing up at the crib. Listen, you got to pay for security. I know that. I know, right? You got to pay for security. Security is already in place. But the thing that bothers me the most is that there's things that is on my property. And this is why I got signs put up all around the property. No trespassing. Beware of dog, right? Anybody that decides to want to show up at Dante's house, understand, if you get past the first gate, I'm just going to say don't come. But if you happen to get past the first gate, okay, your life will be in immediate danger. All right. If you see me out in public, cool, you can approach me, but approach me with a smile and have your hands out. Okay. But if you happen to get ballsy and want to just come to show up, if you happen to get past the first gate, understand that your life will be in danger. Okay. I have 3 cane corsos. Okay. And they are trained. 3 cane corsos. If you don't know what a cane corso is, look it up. These are just not any ordinary dogs. Okay. These dogs are trained, and these dogs are trained to protect and to kill. Okay. I would never want nobody to feel like, oh, I just want to see if Dante stay here. I just want to go knock on the door. I want to hop this fence. I got iron gates around the house. If you get past the iron gates, that's the first line of defense, and you see no trespass. All right. You see, don't just don't. If you somehow get past the iron gates and you get to the second gates, that's on you. I got it. I'm protected. Legally, I'm protected. And this is a disclaimer for everybody out there that might come across my address and want to show up and knock on the door. That's on you. If you so happen to get past the dogs in the second gate, now the third gate is where my in-home security is at. And he's trained to go. If you don't call me, and it's okay to come to my house, and my security guard catch you, that's on you. That's on you. I know we live in weird and strange times, but we're going to get to the whole premise of this. I just want everybody to know, since my address been leaked out on the internet by a buster that asked me for 20 grand because he want to start a scamming business, and because I told you no, we good. So I'm just putting that disclaimer out. If you ever want to meet me or whatever, just meet me outside and in the world. Don't show up, because if you show up, I'm sorry, I don't know what the I don't know. That's right, Candy K. That's on you. Second, when I say why have enemies, right? I mean, why have enemies when you got family and friends? The guy that I'm talking about, right? This is the reason why Dante got locked up. All right, since he done dropped the paperwork and everything, because I wanted to keep this quiet. I wanted to keep this a secret, because my whole goal is to teach people that might find themselves in a criminal justice system of how to protect themselves, or if you get to prison. I'm trying to do everything I can possibly to stop you from going to prison, so you don't got to deal with this type of stuff. But here's the thing. So I lived in these projects, right? And there was a guy, we just want to call him Bo. Bo was like a bully type dude, right? He was maybe about 35, 36 years old. Bo was one of them dudes that grew up in the projects, never left. Okay. Um, had nothing going on with itself, nothing going on in life, just somebody just there, just taking up space. And living in the projects is one of them type of things that if you got, it's like everybody that grows up there, y'all like a family in a way. And well, anyway, these projects was just so cutthroat, right? So one of my homeboys ended up moving into these projects. One of my homeboys ended up moving to these projects. And the homeboy that I'm talking about is the one that leaked all my information. So he come telling me, like, when he first moved there, it was him, his wife, and his daughter, right? Um hold on. forgot to put that banner up. So he said when he first moved there, like on day one of him moving there, it was his wife and his daughter, and they was moving their stuff in, and dudes was just gawking, just looking at his wife, being disrespectful, looking at him, mean mugging him, right? And I'm like, you got your daughter, you want to say something, but you got 10, 15 guys, grown men too, just acting like kids, being real immature. So he said, like, when he pulled the U-Haul up, people are looking in the U-Haul. People know what apartment he going to, and dudes just hanging outside the door and in the stairway and all that, and just being disrespectful toward the wife and everything. So he said that, what the dude Bo in particular, he's the one that want to show out. He the one that want to put on the show. He the one that want to be loud, want to be the one that want to be known. So he ended up calling me like, "Hey Dante, I really need you, bro." I'm like, "What's going on?" He was like, "Man, I'm out here in the projects, bro, and me and the wife moving in, and these dudes, I know you know some of these cats. Could you come out here and hold me down?" So I'm like, "What's going on, man?" He like, "Man, these dudes, they being disrespectful, and I just need you out here for a minute." So I'm like, "All right, I'm on my way." So this when I was young and stupid, okay, but I didn't have kids at this time. So, it is what it is. So I ended up going out there. Hold on. Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer you promotion of your channel viewers, follow view, chat bots. The price is lower than my competitive quality. Flex. So when I get out there, I see everybody. I'm saying what's up to a couple of cats, dudes talking to me, we just kicking it. So I make my way to my homeboy, and I'm walking him to the apartment, and Bo come out of nowhere, and he like, "Oh, what's up, D? What's up? What you doing out here? Like, I'm supposed to be out here, right?" So I'm like, "What up, Bo?" And he like, "Oh, you know this dude right here?" I'm like, "Yeah." He like, "Well, he can't move out here because he ain't check in with me." First of all, you don't pay no rent, you don't pay no bills. You are a third generation project baby, right? Meaning your grandmama stayed out here, your mama stayed out here. Now you stay out here, right? Never left. You a third generation. You don't pay no taxes. You don't contribute to nothing in life at all, but being a menace and just an inconvenience. All right. So he like, no, he can't move out here. He ain't check in with me. He ain't check in with the big dog, right? The big dog. So I know Bo is the type that if you stand up to him, he gonna go get a gun, okay? But he not gonna use it. He just go get it for a scare tactic, right? So I'm like, man, whatever, dude. So he like, no, man, he gotta check in with me. He gotta check in with me. So I'm like, just keep walking. So I'm like, Bo, let me holler at you, man. And he was like, no, well, no, whatever you say, you can say it to all these niggas. So now people start coming around listening. And I'm like, at this time, y'all, I'm not really trying to hear it. I'm not trying to go back and forth with this dude. I came out here only to make sure that my homeboy would transition well, and it's not happening. And Bo just out here just showing out. So at this time, y'all, I got this coat on, not this coat, but I had a bomber jacket on, and I had like this deep pocket that I cut out on the inside, and that's what I would keep my what at. So I got that, and I'm gripping it. And it's like every time he opened his mouth, I'm just picturing premeditated murder. I'm sorry. It's just that's all I'm thinking is premeditated murder, and I'm like, I just want to, if I could just end this dude here right now and get away with it, I would. There's no reason for Bo to be living. I don't know why Bo get to have breath in his body when come on, you telling people that they got to check in with you to move into projects. So he like, man, I'm just saying, bro. man, he need to check in with me. I'm the big dog out here. Don't nobody do nothing out here without my say so and all this and that, right? So I'm like, all right, man, whatever. So then I walk off. He's like, matter of fact, you ain't even good. So matter of fact, after you help your man leave, you can't come out here no more, right? Telling me I can't come out there no more, right? So I end up going in there helping my man put his stuff in the house, right? Why Bo is literally like he come up the stairs and he got a gun at this time. He come up the stairs and he like right there by the doorway and he just got it out there standing there. And I'm like, why, why is he doing this? So I'm like, what? I'm like, man, what is you doing? He like I said, man, dude gonna have to pay a toll, man. You got 100. So every time, so my homeboy tell his wife, like, let's stay in the house, stay in the house. She like, why, what's going on? She was like, man, this dude out here tripping. Now you got teenagers in the hallway too. So he done told some project teenagers, like, they're staying in the hallway, like be in their way when they bring their stuff up. I'm gonna tell y'all something before we even go on with this story. And I hate to say this because I'm a Bible guy, and the Holy Scripture teaches us and tell us that we have to love thy neighbor and we have to practice forgiveness. But there's some people on this earth, man, that I honestly believe don't need to be here. And Bo was one of them. Bo is the type of person that'll get you in a situation. Bo is a type of dude that would get you sent to the penitentiary. You hear me? Bo is the type of person that would get you tricked off the streets. You got to understand that. So Bo end up after me and dude go back downstairs to bring, like, I think we was bringing up a coffee table or something. Why Bo done made it inside the damn house? The wife is sitting on the couch with her baby, with her daughter, right? And Bo is going through their luggage. And she like, get out my house, get out my house. This is what led Donta to the penitentiary. When I came in there, like, my dude, he wasn't a street dude, but he just wasn't about that life at all. And me being there, I just felt like I just blanked out. Long story short, I tell the wife and I tell my dude, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go. When they left out the house, I'm not gonna say too much, but at the same time, I said I wasn't gonna cuss. I said I'm gonna stop cussing. At the same time, I made it. I said either I'm not leaving out of here, or Bo not leaving out of here. And this wasn't even my beef, but the way I felt about it, there's people again out here in this world, y'all, that and me being a biblical man, I hate to say this, but then the Bible also teaches us that there's a time for peace and there's a time for war. There's a time for life and there's a time for death. And I know I'm not the one that's supposed to, God didn't designate me to take a life at all. But when you got cats out here, and I know people gonna say, "Oh, but he said, but when you got cats out here that don't care about the next man or woman, how you going to tell a man that pay his deposit, that pay his first month's rent, that you need to check in with him? You're not the building manager. You ain't the leasing officer. What are you doing? You just a nigga that been born and raised in the projects. You know what I'm saying? You just a nigga that's out here just taking up space, making other cats' lives miserable. And Donta ain't going for it. So when my dude and his wife and his daughter left out the house, I closed the door, and he steady going. I don't think I need to paint the picture a little bit more for y'all. I really do. Okay. I need to paint the picture a little bit more for y'all. He walked into their house as they moving in. Start going through their luggage, like going through their bags, going through their clothes. The wife is saying, "Get out of my house." He just totally dismissing her. My homeboy, he not like that. He not aggressive. He one of them dudes that call the police, but police ain't coming out here to the projects. And I know that Bo, the type of dude he is, he going to keep applying pressure and keep applying pressure until it's, like I said, these cats know who to do this to and who not to do this to. So I closed the door as he going through their stuff. Now he done made it to the bedroom. And I just pull it out. And I'm like, "Bo, get the fuck out." And he like, "Man, Dante, I told you I'll deal with you later." I'm like, "Bo, get the fuck out of this dude's house." So he like, "Man, what you gonna do?" And when he came out, he seen I had it out, locked and ready to go. The hammer was already cocked back. He like, oh, for real? Shoot, you know we both can do it. So he lifted his shirt up, and y'all seen this piece, right? I'm gonna be real with y'all. Don't nobody want to get shot. Don't nobody want to get stabbed. But when you know, see, here's the thing I know about Bo. He ain't gonna use it unless he backed into a corner. It's a scare tactic. But Bo know that I don't play neither. But Bo ain't never seen me get really active, right? So Bo like, I don't know if Dante really if he gonna let it go or not. But at the same time, you know, I never heard about Dante letting anything go. I mean, I know he fight, but you know, he got a hammer out and he got it pointed at me, right? So he like, "All right, bro. All right, I'm gonna get at you. I'm gonna get at you." This is what got Dante to the penitentiary. So as he leaving out, now how the apartment is like this. It's a 1 bedroom. So when you come in, you got the living room right there. Bam. Adjacent to the living room is the kitchen. Bam, right there to the right-ish. Come back a little bit this way to the living room. You go up, go to the right-ish, and there's their bedroom. Now, from their bedroom, outside of the bedroom is the stairway. This is where Bo is at. Dante is in the bedroom, right? Bo shoots twice through the wall. Boom, boom, right? When Bo shoot through the wall, I hear it. I hear this whizzing noise. It go. So I hear this whizzing noise. It go. I done been shot at before. So I know exactly what that noise and that wind feel like. When he did that, I said to myself, this nigga trying to kill me, right? He's shooting through the wall from the stairs. So I automatically know where he's at. So I just now the hammer that I had, it do not jam up. Okay. It don't jam up. But now I hear Bo saying, oh. And now I hear him running up the stairs. Now, this is the first time that now I done been into issues like this before, but I never hit nobody. Okay. It was kind of more like just exchangement. And I can't say certain things because they're gonna flag the video. This is why I'm not saying certain words. But I hear him coming up the stairs. So I'm like, okay, so back then when I would have the clip in, my thing, I think it held like maybe 16, right? And I knew that maybe I had, because believe it or not, y'all, I was scared of guns. I always been scared of guns. And when I say scared of guns, it was because I heard so many stories of people just handling guns and it just going off and hitting innocent people, or hitting somebody's kid, or hitting your kid or your loved one, and they end up passing away. So I always been wary of guns, but I know growing up in the hood and growing up in the streets and going to certain places that it's required that you must have a gun. And that's just what it was. And I knew going out there was a potential chance of what my homeboy told me, that I was gonna have to bang out, and this is the exact reason why I had to have it. So I hear him coming up, and for some reason, I was thinking to myself, do I got 14 bullets left? Because I thumped twice, right? I said boom, boom, right? And then I dumped again, boom. So I immediately thought, like, okay, I got 13 bullets left, or maybe do I got 12? And then other stuff started racing through my head, like, do he? Okay, I got probably 12 bullets left. What about if he got like a tech or something, right? But I knew he had maybe like a Beretta or something, or revolver, because he ain't had no money. So all I'm thinking about is, okay, if he come, I know where he's at this point. He's probably about to come back into the door. So I done turned this way, and I say, okay, if he open that door, I'm just gonna start shooting this way. Now, since I already been charged and I already been convicted for my role and this and that, I there's no double jeopardy, so I can talk about this. So both end up coming through. In my mind, I'm thinking like, I don't want to kill this dude, but I am going to kill this dude. It's either going to be me or it's going to be him, and just what it's going to be. Both, for some reason, he comes in, right, and I know exactly where he at. I got him dead to rights. The way I was holding that thing, the way I was holding it, only by the grace of God, when I got to letting it off, it's supposed to hit him somewhere up in here, yo. It's supposed to hit him somewhere up in here. When I got to letting it go, I don't know the way, maybe because when I was shooting through wood, or it was ricocheting, whatever it was, right? Here you go. Woof, woof, woof. I'm just letting him go, but I'm counting as I'm doing it. And he's starting to shoot back. Then I hear him say, ah, ah, ah. Did he run back out? He run out. So I'm like, I'm just about to end this dude. So I just run back out. At this time, I see him coming down the stairs, right? And there's blood all against the wall. He like breathing all hard coming down the stairs, right? And I just run up on him, put it to the back of his head, right? Then I was like, man, I was like, BAN word, click, click. And I'm like, it's like he just froze. He just looked at me, and the look that he had in his eyes was like, please don't do it. Please don't do it. Listen, I don't think y'all understand. Let me rewind that again for the people that did not catch what I just said. When I ran up on Bo as he coming down the stairs, right? I put the hammer to the back of his piece, right? And pulled twice. Nothing happened. Remember, I told you the gun that I had, it don't jam up. I thought at least I had minimum maybe 3 more left, right, in the clip. Guess what? The gun jammed. Now we finna get real. Now we finna get to the story. So I got him at mercy. I got him dead to rights. The way he looking at me, he like, brother, please don't do it. Now he talk, he like, man, I got a daughter, bro. I got a daughter, man. I got a son, bro. Don't do this. Don't do this to me. All I'm thinking is, you shot at me first. It was fun and games when you shot at me first. Then you came up in here to try to finish me off, right? So I'm looking. So I have one of them things where you rack it back, right? But you also got the hammer, the switch thing right there. So I'm looking and I rack it back and I see there's a bullet that's right there. And all I'm thinking is like, why didn't it come up? So I finally get it in the hole. I get it in the chamber and pull it up again, right? So he looking at me like, bro, please don't do it. Don't do it, bro. Please. I got kids, bro. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Right? I'm gonna tell y'all something about madness. In a split second, I'm looking at this man right in his eyes, right? And the only thing I'm thinking is, Q. That's all I'm thinking is, Q. You don't need to be here. You need to die. You are going to die. You, your family, everybody. Matter of fact, when I get out of here, anybody that's in my way from here to my car, they going down if they with you, right? This is what I'm thinking. But this is the thing that stopped me. When I was looking into this man's eyes right before I was about to pull it again, something happened where his face literally morphed into my face. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it happened. But I seen myself, I seen him being me, pleading. And it tripped me out. And for like maybe 5 seconds, he realized that, oh, Donta just blanked out. He just took off and started running, right? And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, should I let him go? Is he gonna come back? Should I just run him down and just wild all, just crash all the way out? So I said, nah. So I said, forget it. Now, I ran down the stairs. He done ran to the front door, running out. I done ran out the back door. As I'm running to my car, nobody out there. I hear him hollering, somebody call the police. Somebody call the police. He shot me. He shot me. Somebody call. Listen, this Debo. This the big dog. This Mr. Check-in. This is Mr. No-Fly Zone. This is Mr. Oh, you got to check in with me. This is Mr. Bully talking about, call the police. He shot me. I hear him. So I jump in the car and I get up out of there, right? Donta went on a run, right? I had to go on a run. When I say this, and this is why I say, yo, the streets is dead, man. The streets is dead. When I say this is the biggest, the biggest bully, the biggest thug, you know what I'm saying? The realest dude in the projects is out here hollering and screaming, Donta shot me. Somebody call the police, please. Please call the police. He shot me. This dude was on the internet. He's in the hospital, bandaged up, showing himself. Yeah, he shot me, man. He shot me, man. Dudes like that, man, they need to die yet. I got 10 bands on Donta. This dude was a wreck. Dude didn't have a dollar to his name. Dude didn't have a dollar to his name. How you, when I say y'all, this man, he damn near should have been a cop. He damn near should have been a cop. He should have been walking hand to hand, foot to foot with the detectives. He worked with the police so hard. And then what? Don't let nobody ever trick you on the streets. Don't get tricked out of your freedom. These dudes that say that they real, and you know what? For the sake of time, because I actually got it. I should have did this live today at 6. I should have did it at 6. Because I'm going to have to cut this short in about 40 minutes. I got to drop my son off at school. But it's so much that I want to cover in this. It's just so much I want to cover. A lot of these dudes, y'all, is not like that, man. They not. A lot of these cats, they pump fake. They act like that they somebody that they not. And they will get you tricked out of your freedom. A lot of these dudes put on this act, and just because they bark loud or they talk loud, they try to scare you. And a lot of these dudes is really immature, man. The Bible says, Jesus says that to turn the other cheek. It takes a strong man to walk away. Let me say that again. I'm not talking about being a coward. I'm not talking about being a mouse. I'm talking about a man that a man that knows what he's capable of doing, whether putting hands on a man for running their mouth, or pulling out that steel and pushing it, or pulling out that banger and banging it. It takes a strong man to walk away. Okay? And it really does. Sometimes dudes, sometimes it's dudes out there that's really not worth it. They not worth it. And I know y'all, I practice this daily. I practice this daily on the daily. Do y'all know when I leave outside of my house, one of my prayers is that, Lord, please remove anybody that the devil may put in my path today, that I don't have to go back to prison. Please remove anybody that might find themselves on my path today that'll lead me to doing something to them that I don't want to do. If so happen that I have to get tested today, because everybody get trials and everybody get tribulations. If I have to get tested today, please give me that strength to just walk away. Please give me that strength to just look at it, right? Give me that strength to just look at it for what it is and just walk away, because it's not worth it. Like yesterday, when a guy that called me to hold him and his wife and his daughter down, that I end up getting these charges, right? And I got the attempt, and I got 2 to 10. Yeah. So that's Donta charges of why he was locked up. But this is the same guy that felt like Donta. And y'all got to understand, I'm not going to use words like, oh, I got it from the mud. No. For people that know me in real life, they say, oh, well, just ask Donta, he got it. I got 6 boys and a wife. And 3 dogs that you can say that's human beings, because cane corsos eat like human beings and more. And a security personnel that I got to pay monthly. to protect me and my family when I'm not here, right? I got a lot of responsibilities. My bills is not the average bills, right? It just comes with it. Biggie said this. Biggie said this, and I finally realized that when Biggie said, more money, more problems. And that's true. Biggie said that. Biggie said, more money, more problems. The issue is that for some strange reason, people say, when you so-called start making money or whatever, some people say, oh, we made it. No, we didn't do nothing. We didn't do nothing. Let me tell y'all something. Social media is something else. I be having family members, so-called family members, call me, and I don't even know how they got my number, right? It's like, hey, Donta, I was thinking about you, man. Small talk, trying to warm you up, butter you up. Hey, listen, I got this business, and I think that I just hang up the phone, block them immediately. I ain't talked to you, what, 3-4 years? Huh? So the guy that I initially went to hold down, and I ended up catching my bid over because I had to look out, right? It's like you put the internet, you. If I told you no, it was for a reason. I done gave you 1,000 yes, 1,000 yes. The moment that I tell you no, because you want to, you want, and I'm gonna tell y'all the business, y'all. He said, Donta, listen, I need $20,000, bro. Usually here, maybe ask for 100 here, maybe 500 there, maybe 350 there, uh, maybe 1,000 every once in a while. With $20,000, do it look like I got 20? Even if I had $20,000 just laying around, this is what he said. He said, "This is what I want to do, Donta. I want to buy me a box truck. I want to buy a box truck." Now, remember, y'all, Donta know about the logistics. I know about the shipping industry because I was doing it here in Michigan with the McLaren Hospital supply chain. So everybody know that Donta know about these contracts. So he tell me, well, I'm gonna buy a box truck. I found one for 15,000, right? And I'm just gonna use the other 10,000 for overhead. I say, yo, dog, what 26-foot box truck you going to get for 15 grand that you gonna have to put at least 30,000 in? He like, oh no, I'm just saying, what I was gonna do is just go to all the hotels and ask them, can I deliver they like cleaning supplies and stuff. Let me tell y'all something. I know all about logistics. I know about these contracts. You just can't go to a hotel and tell them you want to be their distributor because they don't hold the contracts. They don't hold the contracts. So you trying to do a business that you seen me do and just wing it. I said, look, I see what you're trying to do, but that ain't happening. That's out. I would teach you how to do it. And then he come talk about, oh, I want to get, I just want to do this by myself, and I want to take care of my family. I said, listen, you going about it I said, listen, I have 5 drivers under me doing this. 5, you can't do this by yourself. I said, this is what you do, man. Instead of me giving you that money, this is what you do. Go on Indeed.com, type in independent contractors 26-foot box trucks, right? I said, what you're going to have to do is the real work is down there in Detroit. If you're not going to Detroit or going to Atlanta, right, or Columbus, Ohio, don't even get into it, man, because these contracts it ain't really no money in it. I said, what you do is go to Enterprise and go rent you a box truck. They cost like maybe $1,000 a week at best, about $1,000 a week. And he like, man, but that's just, I said, listen, man, it's, and I know y'all, I'm breezing through this because I got to get ready to roll out in probably 20 minutes and I got a lot to cover. But I'm like, if I give you $25,000 or $20,000, that's $20,000 that I know that's going to go down the drain, right? That $20,000, I could go put a down payment on a studio, a house or something, and turn that into a studio where I lace it up with. Let me show y'all. I can go get tripods, right? Because make no mistake, Donta is only doing social media from here on out. I can go get a couple of iPhone 14s, right? A couple of iPhone 14s. Get a couple of tripods, right? Buy, get podcasts going on and make money that way. Why is he asking me for money? Because I should have been telling him. Let me tell y'all something. When if somebody asks you for something that never asked you for nothing, and they just now coming around, tell them no off the jump, off top. And the reason why I say that is because they'll show who they really are from the get-go. If they be like humble out and be like, oh, okay, we're cool. It's just the approach, man. It's the approach. I'm not opposed of helping people out. I'm not opposed. But it's one of them things that I done been through it. Look, I'm 35, y'all. I only been good for the last 10 years. For the last 10 years, I've been good, right? But prior to that, I was robbing, stealing, all of that, right? Being a gigolo. I was a foul human being. I was a foul creature 10 years ago. But I had to educate myself and realize, like, yo, number one, there is a God, and you're going to have to be accountable for everything that you have done on this earth. You're going to have to be accountable for it. My journey really started, y'all, when I realized what the fear of God was. If you don't have the fear of God, you're just a foul creature. You're just a foul human being. You are liable to do any and every despicable thing under the sun. If you don't have the fear of God, I'm going to say that again. If you don't fear God, you are liable to do any and every foul thing. Let's be real. People that don't got the fear of God, you wonder why your life is miserable. Like mine was 10 years ago. Everything that I'm telling y'all, this is what was going on with me. Matter of fact, there's probably one person in here that know me. And I speak to this person maybe every couple of years. This is a guy that kind of grew up with me right here. Thomas Paulo Creed. This dude is a beast at battle rap. A beast. This cat right here. He on Facebook. Y'all check him out. This dude is a beast in battle rap. And I'm not saying that because I grew up with him and knew him. This dude is really a beast. And for the life of me, I always wondered why he never made it to the big time. I just couldn't understand it. This dude is like literally top tier. And I always wondered that. I'm like, this dude can rap. Then I thought about it, like maybe it's because where he at. Maybe he got to move to a different city, a different state. Because I'm gonna be real. And in Flint, Michigan, it's a lot of talent there. A lot of talent. It's a lot of talent there. But it's like Flint, Michigan got this dark shadow, this dark cloud that glooms over it. And it's like you gotta damn near punch your way out of there for your talent to shine. You know, you got Clarissa Shields. She the last person that, you know, that punched through that mold and got out of that black cloud. But it's like, and you know, now to come to think about it, there's a lot of cities that's like that. And there's a lot of good talent there. And they just haven't been discovered. Or they just fall into that rotation of just being complacent. But I'm telling people, sometimes you got to pack up and go. Sometimes you got to go. You got to pack up and leave. You got to get out of these hellholes. Yeah, there's good people here in Flint, Detroit, you know, Saginaw. But there's a lot of talent also that get looked over. Sometimes you got to go. Sometimes you got to leave. You just got to. Now, back on the other thing I want to talk about. It's like, yeah, Saginaw too. Saginaw to me is like the twin city of Flint. Another thing I want to say is this. We all, and when I say all, even rich people, we all done been through something. Some people trauma is greater than the next person trauma, right? Yeah, I got some. Hey, Chop Streams, check this out. I see you watching from Twitch. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's where all my content is at. All right, go to my YouTube channel. It's called The Donta Show Network. If you want some real content, I got over 2,000 videos. 2,000 videos over there. Go check me out on YouTube. Oh, okay. All right, I hear you, Chop. Well, Chop, why you ain't no dang member? Why haven't you joined? Why you haven't became a lockdown warrior or lockdown commander or lockdown presidential? I'm just messing with you. Just make sure you hit that like button, though. But yeah, y'all. This year the ATM is closed. This year the ATM is broke. Jay-Z said something. Jay-Z said something, and I get it. He said that I'm going to the top. If you coming, come on. Right? Y'all got to understand. I would never say I got it out the mud, right? Because I didn't. Yeah. I don't want to start telling these stories. It came out of my mouth. I done got a tripod and got a camera phone, right? And start telling stories. Yeah, I did do that. I the one was consistent every day dropping a story. One would say, Donta, how do you get on? What's the key? I'm telling y'all, this is for free. I'm telling you right now, you have to be consistent. You are always, just always remember that. Well, Dante, I've been doing this for a year. I've been doing this for a year, right? You are always one video, one song, or one whatever away from making it big. And I'm not big at all. I think I got what? 80, I don't know, 86, 87,000 followers on YouTube, TikTok, over 500,000. I'm still not big to me. But all it takes is just one video. You only one video away. Imagine all the people that said, ain't nobody gonna listen to your story. Trust me, I heard it. Don't nobody want to hear about that. Ain't nobody want to, man, you talk country to the mud. You can't even talk right. You ain't gonna get 10 followers. These are the things that I heard. Then I got 10 followers. You ain't gonna get 100. I bet you won't get then I got 100. Bet you won't get 5. Then I got 500. Then I get 1,000. Then I got the 4,000 watch hours. Right? Then I got monetized. Then I went to 1,000 to 5,000, 5 to 10,000, 20. Now we at 87. By April, y'all, we gonna be at 100,000. That's not even my goal at this point. That ain't even my goal. When it's all said and done, this channel gonna have 1 million subscribers plus. Because I just don't talk about prison stories. No. This channel is, if you are a follower of the Donta Show Network, you already know what this channel is headed to. I'm going to have the best of the best storytellers on this channel. I'm going to be dropping movies starring yours truly. I'm going to be dropping movies. I'm going to be dropping real deal skits. This is just not prison stories, hood stories. I got all different type of variety of content. And it's just going to get bigger and better. I done got a woman by the name of Alicia Norwood. This woman is a top tier storyteller. I done dropped 3 of her videos. She done flew in to meet me. And she been telling her stories. Good morning, Juan Gonzalez. She done been telling me her stories. This woman is top tier storytelling. And I tell you all the time, I'm looking for storytellers. I'm looking for storytellers. Just email me. Y'all see the email. Y'all know where the email is at. It's down there. It's down there. So check it out. Queen of the Dance. She's good, ain't she? So what I'm doing, I'm working with her right now. You know, she's a guest to the Donta Show Network. She's going to be dropping her stories Monday through Friday. And then she's going to get her own channel. You know, because I know y'all going to be like, all right, yo, it's going to be 2 titans can't exist on the same channel. And I honestly believe that this woman is going to be a titan in this section of YouTube of telling stories. This woman is a titan. Yeah. So with my help and my guidance, I know that this woman is going to surpass me. And this is why I said, like, we got one life to live, y'all. And if social media, YouTube can help you change your life financially, like seriously, to be making 6 figures, almost 6 figures a month, 5 figures a month, 4 figures a month, even 3 figures a month. Just imagine that. Like, stay with me. Stay with me. Imagine you working at a shop, 60 hours, 80 hours a week, making 10, 15, even $20 an hour. And then imagine going home, getting a tripod, right? And putting your camera and telling a story for 15 minutes. And you do that for 15 minutes a day. And then you wake up because you got a notification. And it says revenue $7,000. And you like, what? $7,000 for telling stories? And then you look at your check. You look at your bank statement and you only made what? $5,500, and you was killing yourself at that shop? After taxes, $5,500, and you just told stories for 30 days for 15 minutes, and you made $7,500? Huh. I'm telling y'all, you, Donta will never do another labor manual job again. It's just not going to happen. It ain't going to happen. I can't. I know too much about social media now for me to ever go back. The Bible teaches us that my people are destroyed due to lack of knowledge. Some people got it and some people don't. I'm just going to be real. But I would never, Donta would never ever be the one to tell you that you're garbage and that you have no talent. Number one, because that's not my place to do that. Number two, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Just because I'm not feeling it, somebody else might be feeling it. Just like I know a lot of people hate when I tell stories, but they keep watching though, right? There are some people that don't like me at all, but that's cool. Because just because you don't like me, 86,000 other people do on YouTube. 500,000 people do on TikTok. Just because you don't like me, and I'm saying this to the people that might want to get into social media. If you listen to my video, to my lives, I literally give you the blueprint what to do. Some people going to hear it and receive it and apply it. Some people not. The biggest enemy, the biggest obstacle is yourself. Don't worry about people that say, oh, ain't nobody going to watch you. Ain't nobody going to listen to you. Just because they not going to watch you and just because they not going to listen to you, that don't mean other people not going to find you entertaining. I know I got a speech impediment. I know I can't pronounce a whole bunch of words. But I got 55 people watching me right here on YouTube, right? I got 12,000 people watching me on TikTok right now. And I got 4 people watching me on Twitter. 4 people, right? So if I would have listened to the people that were saying nobody gonna watch you and this and that, or stick to driving trucks, don't let nobody trick you. Don't let nobody trick you from what you are capable of doing. But first, you got to believe in yourself. I'm about to answer a question right quick since we on the street stuff. Donta, since you talking about serving the streets, are you going to make a video touching on that situation of Mifflin with Young Dolph and Young Gotti? The only thing I got to say about that is that if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And that's it. That's it. It's the same story. It's the same story. Different state, different hood, different people. It ain't nothing. It's nothing to it. If you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Whether it's Big Jook Big Sam, Lil Duke, Tay Tay, Ray Ray, whoever it is. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. That's just what it is. When you live a certain lifestyle, that just comes with it. That's really it. When you live a certain lifestyle, that's just what comes with it. When you play in the streets, you get street prizes, a coffin, or a jail cell. That's really it. When you play in the streets, you live a certain lifestyle. When you surround yourself around certain people, you get a coffin or you get a jail cell. Whether you put yourself there or somebody around you put you in that situation. It's not that hard. Donta don't go to clubs. I don't go to clubs because I know there's a huge chance that there's going to be some nigga that's going to go up in there that did not come for the ladies, that came there for a problem. There's some dudes that wake up, right? There's some dudes that wake up and go to the club not to go see some women. If I'm going to a club, I'm going to go talk to females. I'm not going to go see some dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I know, and plus I'm married, so I'm not going to no damn club anyway. But I know there's a high probability of me getting shot or got to shoot somebody because I'm going to a club. Because there's a negative energy and negative frequency and negative-minded, low-vibrating people that goes to these places and listen to this type of music. And the music ain't doing, there's nothing godly about the club. The music that is being played through the speakers in the club is demonic. You're only hearing women that's promoting sexuality and fornication and being a whore and being a slut and tricking and getting over on a man. Vice versa, you hear dudes just talking about killing, robbing, stealing, getting over, breaking a chick, tricking a girl. That's just really it. So you just got to know where to be and where not to be. And the rulers back said, yeah, but at a funeral, no, it's not different. There's no rules in the streets. There's no rules of engagement. Yeah, it sounds good to say, oh, we don't shoot women and children. That sounds good. Oh, we don't do stuff with mamas. That sounds good. You should never get at nobody at a funeral. Why not? That's what all your family members going to be at. That's what all the people going to be gathered at, is at a funeral. That's the perfect time. You cannot, and I don't know Big Jukes and Young Dolph and all their situations. I don't know their situation. But I do know that they street dudes. And like I say, when it involves the streets, there's no rules. You can't tell me, you can't dictate to me how to retaliate. You cannot tell me that you shoot at me on Friday night, that I can't catch you at a funeral and air the whole funeral out. Just because you're not willing to take it to that level of violence, that don't mean that I'm not. You can't punch me in the face and get mad at me that I done pulled out the sword of justice and poked you 3 times. And you say, oh, it's supposed to be a fist fight. How? How you gonna tell me how to react? How you gonna tell me what level of violence that I have to go with? You slap me, and I pulled out the sword of justice, and I poke you up, and you go cry foul? Oh, he poked me. He poked me. No, you don't dictate the way that I react. So for the people out there that be wondering like, yo, that was messed up, they shouldn't. This is the rules of engagement. This is what comes with the streets. There ain't no rules. There ain't no rules. You know what? I am going live tonight. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going live tonight. Make sure y'all be in the building. Be in the building at 6 p.m. sharp. I'm telling y'all, when I say I'm going in, I'm going all the way in. The live that I give tonight, y'all might have seen me do this maybe once or twice. I'm going in rare form tonight. Y'all gonna see Donta like y'all ain't never seen me before. Maybe once or twice. But tonight when I go live, oh, and just know this is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be called the streets. The streets. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. You punch me in the face and I pulled out that sword of justice and slice your neck. You can't get mad at that. There's no rules. You cannot get upset with somebody for retaliating. If you put your hands on a man or a female, if you put your hands on a male or female and they take your life, the family can't be mad. You had no business putting your hands on somebody. If you, and this is why I tell y'all, when I got locked up, two things. I said, I'm not becoming a homosexual and I'm not dying in here. What that mean is, if you not willing to go all the way, even if it costs you your life, it is what it is. If you ain't willing to pick up anything sharp, because there's no guns in there, right? If you're not willing to pick up something sharp and apply that pressure to a man's neck, then it is what it is. And that was my whole get down. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't that I was the toughest guy in there. It wasn't that I was the most gutterest guy in there. No. It was that I told myself that if a man try to push up on me in a sexual manner or try to kill me or extort me or whatever, I'm going to take something sharp. Because I only weighed, 180, 190. I was in tip-top shape when I got locked up. Tip-top shape. But there's other men in there that's in even more tip-top shape. That fight on the daily. That my punches won't phase them at all. But I know what will phase them. I know what will get them up off me. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, I know how to get you up off me. Oh, I know that. You never know what you are capable of until you get put in a situation. You can rehearse all day about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. But until that time, listen, when I was banging them shots off at Bo, when you shoot a man, sometimes a man don't just die instantly. Do you know that? When you take a gun and shoot a man, it's not like the movies where they die instantly. But if you hit them in the right place, then yeah. But 9 times out of 10, if you lucky, you can hit them with one and they drop. But most times when you hit a man, they don't die instantly. They still got 3, 4, 5 minutes or whatever. And sometimes they live because they didn't hit a vital organ. What I'm saying is, y'all, these cats that be, you talking about blowback, standing right there in front of a man and you let off. You never shot nobody before, not knowing that when that pressure, when it hit that man, the blood hit you. You never shot a gun before, and your ears instantly, that's why cats be dropping their gun when they get into these situations that they have no business being in. They drop their gun because that pow is so loud. You never heard a noise that loud. And it mess with your eardrum like a flashbang. Like I said, I got to get ready to go, y'all. 6 o'clock, be in the building. Hit that like button. Share this video.